Hello. Testing. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Can you hear me? Are we live? I'm guessing we are. How we doing, everybody? How we doing? You guys ready for a Wednesday stream? Feels like it's been a bit since I've done one of these, right? Has it? Oh, wait. No, I think we did one last week. What am I talking about? Dementia. You know how it is. I'm getting older. How much time we got left? We got over a minute left. All right. Gives me enough time to do some setup, drink some water. It's important to hydrate. All right. You guys ready for me to talk about Godzilla again? That I can safely say. It has been a minute since I've talked about Godzilla.
But I thought you were gonna play with Soul of Chogokin figures anymore.
Well, in that very same video that I said that, I also said that after 2 more figures, then I would be done. This was one of the 2 figures. The other one is a Mickey Mouse. Haven't heard any updates about that, but Soul of Chogokin Mickey Mouse is coming out at some point. Then after that, I'll be done. Exactly, Kitsen. And on the topic of you guys, how we doing? Noah, Joseph Leroy, Fizz 5437, Quinton Rom, J Regzilla with the butt jobby emote. Hell yeah. Thank you very much. If you're a green name in the chat, I do appreciate you using the custom emotes. I made them myself, don't you know? Thank you very much, Joseph Leroy. Appreciate you. All right. Not too long now until we crack this one open. And by the sounds of it, this figure could be something special, but we'll see. We'll find out for ourselves. let's not fall for the marketing. Bandai, Bandai, Bandai. Could you be redeemed in my eyes tonight? We will find out. Oh? Well, would you look at that? Time is up, and we are about to go live. How many of us are here tonight? Show of hands, 87. All right. Not a bad amount. How about we get that to a good old hundo? I'll start before then, but I'm just saying we can reach a hundo tonight at some point. Okay. With all that being said, let's go ahead and grab this pretty big and hefty box. And we're just gonna get started. Here we go, chat. Here we go. Hey, my name is Jobby, and tonight we are just gonna be playing with the DX Soul of Chogokin Mechagodzilla 1974. Now, this figure, it's a good-looking one, great-looking design. Everyone knows Mechagodzilla. It's the classic, the original 1974, and I've gotta just put it right out there, right up front. I've never watched the movie. What more can you expect, right? I'm more of a Heisei guy myself. I still gotta watch all those Showa-era movies. Anyway, if you guys have never been to one of these streams before, it's simple. We're just gonna be playing with this guy here. And while I go about my figure-related business, you guys in the chat, feel free to continue commenting, questioning, and I'll do my best to interact with you. However, as always, if you need me to see something, highly recommend that you donate. That is a guarantee that I will see your comment or question. And not only that, it does help the channel out. So thank you very much in advance. And thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Donation or not. All right. Let's go ahead and crack this open and get right into it. By the way, I should also mention that after we play with this figure, we will be doing a live Q&A and hangout session, and I might even crack open a cold one. Why not? Happy hump day. All right, let's crack this thing open. And actually, before I move on, let me go ahead and move my monitor so I don't have to crane my neck so far to look at you guys. Okay. Give me 1 second to set this up here. All right. Yeah, there you go. Move the monitor right there. You could even see it on the screen. Okay. Here we go. Well, first of all, give you a nice turnaround of this opened up box here. Looking really promising so far. And even though I haven't seen this movie, I can appreciate this design. I mean, it's the direct inspiration for Kiryu, which is still my favorite Mechagodzilla design. This is the Soul of Chogokin figure, by the way, so perfect comparison when we get to it. All right. Now, while I haven't seen the movie, I do know the theme. It's a really big bandy, jazzy song, and if my Japanese is correct, this figure actually can play music. Let's just hope we have the batteries, because that has been a running theme recently with electronic figures not having the batteries, but we'll see. There we go. And what do we think right out of the box here? We have clamshell with a bunch, or not a bunch, but a few accessories. And then we have the figure itself. Is it just me? Or is there... Is it a little too blue? What is that blue paint wash? Is that movie accurate? Anybody in the chat? Can you confirm if that blue wash is movie accurate? Because it looks kind of weird in my eyes, but maybe I'll get used to it once we crack this open here. Alright. Okay. Finally, the copyright infringement ray, my favorite Mechagodzilla weapon. We'll see if we get flagged for this. The fact that they've included music in their Soul of Chogokin figures tells me that they are really, for real, done with the Kyoku line, which is unfortunate because I was looking forward to more releases. I know it's been like 10 years, but one could dream. Alright. Oh, okay. Oh my god. My goodness gracious. Hold on, Bandai. We cooking here? Jeez. This thing is hefty. Get a good old zoom in there. Oh my goodness. This feels really nice, man. It's thick. It's super chunky and very cold, especially in the V area here. I'm reading out the belt, by the way, the V area. Damn. And yeah, I mean, the paint wash does look kind of overdone, but not the worst. And maybe it is movie accurate, I don't know. Okay, before we get right into that, let's go ahead and open up the accessories here. Get this out of the way. Okay. Alright. Granular status 44, that's what I'm asking myself. Why is it blue? I have no idea. If it's not movie accurate, then it is just a bizarre paint choice. It's always something, Bandai, goddamn. Feel-wise, though, this guy's already a winner. But we'll see how the joints stack up. So we have an alternate head with the neck bent forward there. Get him into his flying pose later. And a booty piece for the same reason. And we have some base parts. Cradle. And we got a base. Beauty. And that's that. By the way, chat, if you guys are interested in this thing at any point during the stream, link is in the description. Big Bad Toy Store affiliate link, just letting you know right up front. I don't know if it's gonna be worth the price, but we'll find out. And finally, the instructions. There we go. Michael Guida says, Kiryu is heavily influenced by design. I know, I mentioned it earlier, which is why I do appreciate this design. Way better than the Heisei era. I love the Heisei movies, but man, that Godzilla design is a bit of a miss. The doofy, mecha doofy. There we go. Oh, got some behind the scenes photos here and, you know, direct screenshot from the film, and just from this screenshot here, I do not see, I see some of that blue highlight, but not nearly as emphasized as it is in the figure itself. So maybe it looks good in specific lighting, but under my studio lights, I guess under normal lighting, it just looks a bit too blue, right? Looks like he got lost in the blueberry sauce, blueberry jam, whatever. And we got all the features here. We have all the accessories, so not too much. Warning, may rub off. Thank you, Bandai. And we got some assembly. And this is where the batteries are gonna go. Right in his ass. Beautiful, my favorite. Oh, would you look at that? Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I'm just so used to... I'm so used to playing with figures that are third-party or more high-end from a random company that I don't know about, but you know what? I gotta give it up to Bandai. When it comes to their electronic features here, at least on this figure, normal-ass batteries that I have. No obscure coin battery, CR2073990, whatever the fricks. AAA batteries. 2 AAA batteries, beautiful. We're gonna see some light up features tonight. If this unit isn't defective, but I doubt. At least I hope not. Anyway. Alright. Got some more features here. Head swivel, looks like. And then we have some, are these literally? Oh, okay. Okay. No, we're definitely gonna play with this according to the instructions here. Display instructions. And then we're the flight mode. There we go. And a rundown of all of the electronic features. I'm assuming... God damn it, I can't read all of that. I'll try my best though, but I definitely cannot. Wait a minute. What? All those spines on the back are different buttons. That's pretty sick. So no mode switching here. Every electronic feature seems to have its own unique function. That's really cool. Wow. All right. Well, that's exciting. Let's go ahead and start playing with the figure proper. There we go. Now, first things first. The batteries. Right out the... Oh my goodness gracious. Let me... Oh. Ah, shit. Let me pull out my scale, just so you guys get an idea of how hefty this guy is. I'm gonna set it to pounds. There you go. Oof. Ooh, what the hell? Okay, maybe I should have turned it on while it was laying flat. There you go. All right. Ooh, that's a 2-pound... Oh, you can't see it. It's a 2-pounder, if you can believe it. That's a 2-pounder right there. My word. Oh, you still can't. God damn it. It's 2 pounds and something. That's pretty heavy for an action figure. So, yeah, that... Very, very chunky boy. Chunky and cold and beautiful. But the paint job is a little weird, right? Chat, what do you guys think? Do you guys like this weird blue highlight here that's going on? The rust looks fine, like that rust-colored gradient that it's got going on. That looks fine to me, but the blue is a little off-putting. Is it just me? That's not how I remember Mechagodzilla. But the sculpting itself is really, really nice. Look at that freaking head sculpt. Amazing. I didn't realize that he had MG on his arm. Wonder what that stands for. Thirsty for Chicken says, I like it. Like, it's not the worst, but it is a bit weird, right? Looks like it's heated metal. That's fair. Maybe the blue is cold on metal. Don't know. Probably heated. Yeah, probably heated metal. Has that cheesy 70s metal look. That is something that I gotta give it up to Bandai for. The sculpt, they nailed the absolute crap out of the sculpting here. This really does just look like a rubber suit. Yeah, I'm assuming that in specific lighting, if anybody who has this figure out there wants to replicate scenes in stop motion, you could get this guy to look pretty damn close to the original movie, I'm pretty sure. Oh, but yeah. Ooh. That is... I don't know if you could... Ratcheted head swivel? Alright. Ratcheted head swivel. I got distracted from the instructions, so you know what? Let's just do posability and, you know, feel test before we get into the light-up features. How about that? So yeah, head swivel. 360, of course, because I know that is an attack from the movie. We have opening mouth. Does not look up. That's fine, we have an alternate head for that. Ratcheted shoulder. Ooh. Oh yeah. Bicep swivel. Got a double bend at the elbow. And there's something with the hands that the instructions pointed out, so we'll save that for later. How about the upper body articulation? Just a slight waist swivel. I don't think it needs more than that. Yeah, this isn't gonna be the most articulated, I'm assuming. How about the hips? Okay. Can't move back that far. But doesn't seem like he has a great kick. Oh! Okay. It's about as far as I can push it. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe the joints extend. Yeah, this isn't designed to be a hyper-articulated figure, to my dismay. But it's fine. Okay. How's the spread? Spread check, chat. Spread check. There we go. Yep, that's it. That's it. Even if I try to tug at it more, that's it. We got a ratcheted knee bend with only one click. And we got a ball joint at the ankle. Every ball joint can be. Down, up. Very limited pivot. Yeah. This is not gonna please Swivel Man anytime soon. But I don't know. I guess I'm not too upset about it. What leaves a bit to be desired for sure is the tail. The tail, zero articulation at the tail. Not even a swivel, no bend. That's a bit of a miss. Maybe that is movie accurate, but I'm just not used to that, especially from Bandai. I mean, SH Monster Arts, their tails are known for their insane articulation. It's like some of the best things about those figures, but I don't know. That is just one long chunk, one long unarticulated chunk. J-Regzilla says it is, tail is stiff in the movie. Alright. Then I can't complain about it too much. It is movie accurate. Is the limited articulation movie accurate? I'm gonna assume that it is. So, yeah. With all that being covered, let's just get right into the electronic features, huh? Or just, let's play with it according to the instructions. So, let's go ahead and turn them around here. Thank you very much, Luxana, being a member for 25 months. Let's go according to 100 months. Thank you so much, Luxana. Really appreciate your continued support. So let's go ahead and adjust the camera so we get the whole thing. There we are. All right. Instruction time. Let's go ahead and pull off the tail. Warning, sharp. Oh, that came off pretty easily. Okay, set the booty aside. And here we go. We're just gonna screw this right off. Oh man. The fact that this thing has so many electronic features, including the BGM, makes me a little sad that I haven't seen the movie yet. I'm telling you, it's on my list. It is on my goddamn list. I watched the majority of Godzilla movies, just not the show. Did I watch? No, I guess the Showa movies had a lot of films, so I didn't watch the majority of it. Probably like halfway through the series. If I've seen all of the Heisei movies and the vast majority of the Millennium era, I've got a lot to go when it comes to the Showa stuff. Only Showa movie I've seen is the original, which I love. Okay, is that the only screw that we gotta? Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Pop that open. And like I said before, it is 2 AAA batteries. Beautiful. And I got a bunch of batteries in here. Perfect. Don't gotta go hunting through my cardboard box for obscure coin batteries. There we go. Pop that right in. Okay. We gotta switch anything on? I guess not. Let's just go ahead and pop that right. Oh, wait, hold on. It says something here about... What? What the hell? Do I gotta turn it on? I don't know. I can't read that, but I can read on off. I can read on off. Exactly. Strider4 in the chat says, let's hope this works. Oh, you know I'm freaking hoping. Goddamn. Oh, okay. This is the on switch. This little spine right here, we just push that. Okay, we're gonna do that then, after we screw on his ass. right. Figure on fire like Cherno, goddammit. We don't talk about that. Okay, here we go. So this part right here, we just flip that to the side. And I guess the eyes are supposed to light up. Oh! There he is! Okay, perfect. Batteries work. And it made a 70s ass space age noise. Already peak. Okay. Put the tail back on. And now let's go ahead and play with this guy. Is it like blinking at me? No, it's not. It just stays on like that. Perfect. Already, that looks cool. Get it good. Come on. There we go. There we go. Isn't that lovely? It's alive. Isn't that lovely? Sean says, would be cool if there were effects. I agree. Effect parts, I mean, it's Bandai. It's modern Bandai we're talking about here. Effect parts are $50 extra, probably. Oh, this is the speaker right there. Right on his neck, and I'm assuming this is where the actor's head would be. That's pretty funny. Oh, and then the instructions mention the arm articulation here. I mean, we've already covered that, so there we go. Nice ratchet. Moves out. Yep. There you go. There you go. There you go. Let me turn this off for now. There we go. Now, the hands. So there are buttons right at the arms there. I assume that's gonna spin, right? Oh. Hold on. What? Oh, okay. No, it doesn't spin like that. It just, There we go. So it can lock into position, which is a weird design choice. Why couldn't we just have a normal... I see. It's to replicate his activation scene, right? Or his intro scene. From what I remember from the Cinemassacre review. You just push that. There you go. So you twist that, and you push. Seems inconsistent. There you go. Yippee. There you go. You know, ironically, or coincidentally, the hand movement here is kind of how I feel about this feature. I'm assuming it's super nostalgic for anybody who watched the film, but yeah, for me, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool that they included it for the fans. There you go. Exactly. Nightmare Zorro Arc says, wow, 90-degree flick action. Bravo, Bandai, you did it again. Okay, now the display base here. Does it magnetize or... Nope. It just says to just stand it on here. This is just a plastic base. And this just stands on it. Good. There you go. And, oh, okay. Actually, this is for extra stability. So we go ahead and plug this in. And then, there you go. That's gonna cradle the tail for extra support. Not really. I guess. Yeah. I mean, undeniably. Really great display piece, especially if you're a retro Godzilla fan. Yeah, this This would look really nice amongst a lot of other Godzilla figures. But I feel like I haven't earned the right to display this yet. I gotta watch the movie first, right? There you go. Now, what else we got? Oh, the flight pose? Okay. Let's do it. Why the hell not? All we gotta do is pop this thing off. Comes off easily again. And we pop that right in. And the instructions also say that the eye color changes. Does it? No, not really. Maybe I'm reading that wrong. Maybe it's a different mode to get it into what, red eyes? Yeah, probably interpreting that wrong. But there you go. Oh, and of course his ass. Crack that open and pop that right back on there. Now we got his flight mode. Is there a way that I can display it like this? There we are. Beautiful. Yeah, and for some reason or another, I mean, check the price tag, chat. I implore you. You don't get a flight stand. I think that is a huge missed opportunity. Why the frick would you give us a flight mode and no flight stand? Come on, Bandai. Jesus. Especially for that price. But whatever, you can do it. Oh, we even got a thruster at his tail. No flight stand. Exactly. That price and no magnets? Yeah. That too. Little salty about that. All right. And now, chat. The electronic features. Let's go ahead and flip this back into the default mode here. Oh, it does look really good though. I cannot deny. Even though it is a brick. Okay. Turn on. And just to give you a better idea of how it sounds. There you go. You get some spacey noise, and now we're just gonna push the buttons here. Wait, what? Was I misinterpreting this again? Hold on. But no, I'm not. These are buttons. These are okay, right here. Right here. I was pushing these. It's right here on his back. There you go. That's the track I know. That is pretty sick. Fuck, it keeps going. Fuck, am I gonna get copyrighted for that? I don't know, but that is really fucking cool. I'm so glad that it is the song that I was thinking of. I've even used it in some of my videos, if you haven't noticed. Yeah, that's great. Oh. Oh, the freaking eyes! I just noticed. Kokyo Kyoku is back. Kokyo Kyoku is so back. And we didn't even know. Yeah, that is sick. That's the whole track. It seems like it's the whole track. Oh my god. It keeps going. Maybe that's why this figure is so expensive. They had to buy the rights to the entire track. Incredible. Another missed opportunity. The head should have been able to spin. But as is, you can just do it manually. There you go. Wow. Yeah, Godzilla-shaped music player. And it is still going. Okay, alright. Let's move on. What else you got? The roar? Oh. It's still doing the wavy noise. It's still doing the wavy noise. Okay. Let's reset it. Alright, that's the activation. Okay. That's the roar. Hell yeah. Laser noises, I'm assuming? Actually, you know, since I got the figure up in my face, let's switch to this camera. There you go, you got your light up features here. Whoa. Oh! Okay, so this particular feature, I'm supposed to open up the chest. If I can. Come on. Might have to get a part separator here. Come on. Okay, part separator time. So the chest can indeed open up. Oh my goodness. Why is it so tight? I want to be... Ah, okay, there you go. Yeah, it was just tight. I want it to be as gentle as possible, and I got it cracked open. There you go. And now I push this button here. The spine. Huh? Nothing? Maybe it's a different button. Maybe I'm reading... Oh. It is a different button. It's this one. It's this big one right here. So we push that. There you go. Pretty sick. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's the roar again. Really like the light up features in the eyes there. There you go. And it... Okay, so this one just keeps going. And then I could cancel it with that. Okay. And then... Is that like jet noises? Oh, flying sound, thank you. LA Zorg. Damn, that just keeps going too, so I guess you can do this for as long as you want. I'm waving around a $400 figure like it's nothing. Throw it. Fuck. Damn. Alright. Alright, Bandai. You kinda cooked here, not gonna lie. What's that attack called? Kurosu attack beam. Kurosu attack beam. Oh, wrong button. Kurosu attack beam. Wow. Now imagine all of those lights and noises going off at once. That's what happens when he attacks in the movies. Just spams everything. Oh. I turned it off. My bad. There you go. It can handle it. It can handle it. And the music's playing. Okay. Dude. That is sick. Okay. So, this figure, it's not exactly my thing. As you guys know, I'm more of a... Let me turn this off. Can I? Okay. Okay. It's not exactly my thing because, as you guys know, I'm more of an articulated figure type of guy. However, I'm a bit of a sucker when it comes to light up and sound features, especially. So this figure is it's kind of in a weird in between place for me. It's gimmicked out, but goddamn, those gimmicks are pretty cool. They are pretty cool. Not gonna lie. So is it worth the money? I don't think so. But nothing's really worth the money nowadays, is it? I think it's fun. This is a fun toy for sure. And it's definitely a toy. Despite what the price tag might tell you. This is a goddamn toy. Yeah. I mean, it's not like a complete brick. You could get somewhat action poses. Maybe as posable as he was in the movie. There you go. So it's not a complete dud when it comes to articulation. It's fine for what it is. There we go. Yeah, what do you guys think? Any original Mechagodzilla fans in the chat, would you pick this guy up? And if so, will you pick it up through the description? God damn, he's just screaming at me. Come on. It's pretty. Yeah, it is pretty. Riding the wave with that pose. So, yeah. Oh, he's got his own theme. The theme song has definitely got to be my favorite feature here. Noah says, if I had the shelf space and decent money, I would buy it. Yeah. If he is all die-cast, then 200 at most. There's still some plastic in here, but the vast majority of it is die-cast. I mean, the weight. The weight is a testament to that. Okay, so the music can just be stopped. The price is pretty crazy. I think it's worth $250. $250, yeah. I think $250 would be a more reasonable price tag for this guy, right? I agree. I agree. Granular Status 44 says, my ADHD brain is going crazy over this figure right now. In that aspect, yeah. This is a pretty fun little fidget toy, I suppose. But for $300, you could just get a cube. That's like $5. It is fun. It is fun. Crabbot says they went too hard with Kiryu and had to limit what they could add with this one. Ah, man, if Kiryu was able to play music, that would put this guy over the top. Oh my god. Look at them side by side. They don't even look like they're from the same line. I guess they're not. Maybe in Bandai's eyes, DX Soul of Chogokin is different from normal Soul of Chogokin. This can't be to scale, could it? That doesn't make sense. Right? Well, is this the scale? I don't think this is the scale. Huh. DX are bigger, I see. So, it is a different toy line. Not the scale. J-Regzilla says they're both like 50 meters tall. I think they are about the same size in the films. That would make sense, because Kiryu is the original Godzilla, just with a bunch of mechanical stuff on top. And I'm assuming this guy was built to mimic the original Godzilla. Yeah, they should be the same size, if my lore knowledge is correct. Thirsty for Chicken says, as a 90s kid who loves gimmicks and toys, the 10-inch lights and sound Trendmaster figures, and who is a die-hard but picky Godzilla fan, I will buy it. And you'll have a good time with it, I'm sure. Just depends on what you're looking for. Josh Harden says, Jobby, why is every Godzilla's timeline different? Well, it's what happens when a movie series goes on for so long. You're gonna get a bunch of reboots, and Godzilla did that a few times where they ignored everything except the first movie. Kiryu Saga was one of those. It ignored all the previous movies besides the first one. So that's why. That is why. There you go. They did it too many times, yeah. And like I said, it is something. It is because it's a movie series that went on for too long. A lot of horror franchises are like that as well, like Halloween and Jason. They do that a lot. Ignore the previous entries and then just focus on or acknowledge the first one. Halloween did that. Friday the 13th did that. Godzilla did that. So Godzilla is an interesting company. Juan Zalazar says, how's the spread? Not great. This is not... The articulation of this guy is definitely not the focus. So, you know, not my favorite thing, but the stuff that it does focus on, which is obviously the build quality of the figure, the gimmicks here, this is where the figure shines, quite literally. It shines, for sure. So that's where Bandai's focus on. That, for sure. So, yeah. Not my favorite, but it's a fun toy. Absolutely. Kiryu is still the better figure in my opinion, but again, it's different things. They're doing different things. And
I love you, Elia!
Thank you. Tantrung, thank you for re-upping your membership. I feel like you have been a member before, right? I'm pretty sure. Anyway. Wow. I don't know what I expected, but the figure portion was a lot faster than I expected. What the hell? I think we could just get right into our hangout. Yeah, I mean, I covered it thoroughly. I guess we could do a recap for the sake of padding, right? We could do a recap here of all of the light up features real quick. So that just lets you know that the figure is on. We got the music, which is the best part. The roar. I-beams. I'm not sure what that is. That could be atomic breath. Or some type of gun. Oh! I didn't have to put a part separator in there. I could have just pushed the fin and it opens automatically. It's spring loaded. That's really cool. But it also just adds more to the opinion that I have that they really thought out the gimmicks and they focused on it. They really put a lot of thought into this. Pretty sick. Pretty sick. And flight noises. Flight noises. And it just keeps going as long as you don't turn it off. So you can have the music playing, and then you can activate all the sound effects on top of it. And the music will still play. Oh, that's nice. When you push the button again, the music just fades out. It fades out. It doesn't just abruptly stop. Really nice touch. So it's the whole track. You can let the whole track play, or you can just turn it off. Lovely. All right, Bandai. Good shit. Well, what else can I say? It's good. It's good. Not exactly my cup of tea, but a yummy cup of tea regardless. And on the topic of drinking, let me grab one. God damn it. Happy hump day, everybody. And we're just gonna get right into our hangout portion. Why not? Let's not waste any time here. So, because I'm no longer playing with the figure, you guys can go ahead and ask me anything and I'll answer it as they come in. And again, I would like to recommend that you donate, because that's a guarantee that I will see your comment or question. Speaking of, we do have a donation here by It's a Zeus through the stream elements here. Thank you so much. Do you think it's time to replace the pre-stream image? It's making me unfathomably nostalgic. That's why I haven't replaced it, because it also makes me nostalgic, so it's not going away anytime soon. Alright. Cheers, everybody. Feel free to ask me anything about anything. You can ask me... I don't fucking know. I don't have to tell you how to ask questions, right? Cheers. Cheers. Quinton Rom says, Megatron Earthspark toy is glow in the dark? Glow in the drac. Excuse me. I read your donation wrong. Or sorry, your chat wrong. Freudian slip there. Strider 4 says, have you seen the leaks of the new Studio Series TF1 Starscream? Strider 4, it is no longer leaked. You can find it. You can find an official pre-order with the images all out there for you to see. It looks great. And by the way, Studio Series, on that topic, I did get my pre-order in for the Studio Series Megatron before you asked that, and I'm excited for it. It looks really good. Hobby Link Japan has some. And if you want to support me while ordering from Hobby Link Japan, I do have an affiliate link. Not in this description, but I did post it on the community tab, so go check that out. Great stuff. Nightmare Zoro Arc says, Jabi, the next Missing Link B and Cliff got revealed. Yeah, and they're up for pre-order too. I'm not gonna get them though. They look fine, but I mean, the original Missing Link, Bumblebee and Cliff Jumper, I've already sold my copy at TFCon, so I'm not gonna get the new one. Granular Status 44 says, Jabi, I have been watching One Piece for the last 3 months, and now I'm on episode 766. God damn, dude. Wow. In 3 months, that seems like a little bit, but I mean, I finished One Piece in 2 months, so I guess can't really judge you there. I mean, I read it though. I didn't watch it. I read it, and within 2 months, I caught up with it. One Piece is great, by the way. If you have not checked it out. It's hard to recommend because of how long it is, but it's very good. It's popular for a reason, One Piece. CRISPR103 says, hi, I'm playing Deltarune right now. Also, did you pre-order the Switch 2 yet? Or are you buying it at a different time? I think I'm gonna wait. While I do want that Donkey Kong game, I could wait for it. I don't need it. I don't need it currently. Quinton Rom says, did you see the... yes, I did. Someone already asked that. Transformers 1 Studio Series Starscream. I did see it. Farron says, watched any more JoJo since last stream? I did not. I gotta get right back on that. J-Rexzilla says, would you rather have the 6 Infinity Stones or the 7 Dragon Balls? Probably the Infinity Stones. Because the Dragon Balls, they go away after only one wish. If you got the Infinity Stones, you could fuck with reality for as long as you want. As long as you have them, right? Braden Smith says, Showa Mechagodzilla is one of the few kaiju that canonically finger blasts. I wish this figure would have represented that feature a little more, I don't know, intensely, because all you get here is Oh, yeah, that's it. Isn't that epic? That's it. God damn it, Bandai. It's Zeus says, so Arc System, the devs behind Guilty Gear, is making a team of 4 versus team of 4 Marvel Tag Fighter. Pretty cool. The brother says, hey Jobby, did you know about the amazing Yamaguchi, Revoltech, One Punch Man, and Genos? Yep, they look cool. Vladislav says, speaking of this figure and considering it's even higher than Kiryu, what Godzilla figure can stand good in size with it? Unfortunately, I don't think anything. I think this is a totally off-scale figure with anything. Yeah, unfortunate. Maybe other DX Soul of Chogokin figures. Busy Orc says, I'm putting together a Lego Wukong mecha. Got it from Temu for 43 bucks. I hope it's good. Shout out to Temu, who sponsored me 2 times. Probably not coming back anymore, though. After the last one that I did, if you remember. Quentin Rom says, Robot Carbot toy line coming to the USA soon. Also an English dub of the TV series coming to YouTube. Alright. Don't care about the TV show, but I will keep an eye out on the toys. Braden Smith says, who says Mecha G has to be as big as Goji? If I built him, I'd make him bigger. It does make sense, but I think according to the movies, it's not accurate. But it makes sense that you would make Mechagodzilla bigger. Alright. You know what? This works out for me. You know, I expected the stream to be a bit of a shorter one, but I didn't expect it to be this much shorter. But it works out for me. Because I still got some editing to do. Which I'm surprised no one has harassed me about it right now. The Kang Toys. It's in progress. The Kang Toys, the last Kang Toys Predacon review is in progress. I'm editing that currently. Was editing that before we went live. And I'm going to continue with that's going to be released on Saturday. And the Thunder King? Well, by the way, I just need to confirm. You guys are cool if Thunder King's a separate video, right? I mean, we talked about it in a previous stream like a few weeks ago, and everyone, big majority was like, yeah, Thunder King should be a separate video. So I just want to confirm. Right? You know what? You did a bit busy orc. What was the stream that you voted on? Do you remember? What stream was that I put up a poll? What stream was that? I forgot, but I want to. It was the Thorilla stream. Okay, thank you, busy orc. I appreciate that. But yes, Thunder King will be a separate video. So, because of sponsorship shenanigans, though.
Son of Sark tipped $5.
Hold that thought. Thank you.
Jobbity do Misty says hello Lord Hong. Now how the dickens are you? Excited for Final Fantasy The Gathering? Ready to keep your giblets because you're finishing Predaking? Spill your beans, you cretin.
Okay. Thank you, Son of Sarkhan. I'm good. I'm doing fine. I mean, I guess like everybody, I could be better, but doing pretty good. Final Fantasy, Magic. Not much commanders that I would like to build around. It doesn't seem like my thing. But there are certain cards that look really cool or look really powerful. The crystals. All of the crystals look really good. Like especially the red and green one because Gruul are my colors, don't you know? So, yeah. Looking forward to that. I'm sure that there will be a lot of promotion about that at MagicCon, which if you guys didn't know, and if you're a Magic the Gathering fan, I am going to MagicCon later this month. That's June what? June 20th to June 22nd. My birthday weekend. June 22nd is my birthday, by the way. So yeah, MagicCon. It's gonna be fun. And yeah, Kang Toys Thunder King. Finally, we're gonna finish it. And like, as I was saying, because of sponsorship shenanigans, the Thunder King review will not immediately be the week after. So Kang Toys Huge Rhino this weekend, Then there will be something else next weekend. And then the weekend after that. So the 21st, the weekend that I'm going to MagicCon, that is where we're going to do the Thunder King review. And it just happens to work out for the sponsorship thing. I asked them earlier today, or it was actually yesterday. I asked them if I could post it a week earlier, and they were like, no, they're pretty strict about that. So 21st, that is where it all ends. June 21st. That, for sure, will be the final Kang Toys Predacon review. Guaranteed, 100%. It has to be legally because of the sponsor. But there you go. Goddamn. It has been a ride, huh? It has been quite the ride. 4 years. 5 years. I think going on 5 years. Took me that long. Goddamn. The final chapter of Thunder King, exactly. But this Saturday will be the pre-final. The penultimate. That's a word, right? Penultimate. The penultimate Thunder King video. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what the future holds in store for us. And, you know, we'll not talk about it. Just wait for Saturday's video and then we can talk about it. Or maybe Friday's stream. The end game, exactly. Braided Smith, I absolutely agree with you here. Kang Toys Abominus or Monstructor would be sick. Yeah, that would be so cool in their style. But after Thunder King, I mean, obviously they're doing the Volcanicus, all the Dinobots. And then after that, they've got a Superion and a Devastator in the works. So they're moving away from creatures. They're going into vehicles. And, I mean, Kang Toys at this point, I'm looking forward to every combiner release from them. Definitely will be keeping an eye out on their Superion and Devastator. The LN says Godzilla Fest this year lands on my birthday, but I don't know if I'll be able to go. That's cool. I would go if it was within my state, but it is not. All right. Okay, chat. I mean, they keep the Q&A going, keep the live Q&A, Hangout going. I still got quite a bit of drink here, but while you do that, might as well do a impromptu unboxing here, because I did get some mail. And if Son of Sarkhan is still watching, you'd definitely be interested in this. I've got some mail from a TCG player, so I can't stop, won't stop. Actually, I'm gonna stop buying cards after this because I kind of went all out with this current batch. So while we hang out, let me go ahead and crack open this envelope here. Why the hell not? J-Regzilla says June 1st was International Dinosaur Day. That's sick. I didn't know that. Too many holidays I can't keep up with. Cardboard crack, exactly. Exactly, Tantrum. Kenneth Travers says, I missed quite a bit then. How's the figure? Is good. It's not exactly my cup of tea because there's very limited articulation. This is about as dynamic of a pose as you can get with this guy. However, the focus of this figure were definitely the gimmicks. So you got a lot of light up features, you get a crap ton of sound effects, including the Mechagodzilla theme. Each spine, by the way, is a different sound effect, which is super cool. And then the chest can open, lights up. It's fun. It is a really fun toy, but it's not exactly my thing. It will definitely be a lot of people's things, though, for sure. Anyway, let's continue opening this up. TCG player. He just needs a surfboard to ride the wave. It would go good with his theme music. Godzilla 1954 says, Jobby, I'm making my Kiryu suit. That's sick. Post pics when done. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. There we go. So, for anybody who cares, we got some MTG Magic the Gathering cards here. And right off the bat, I got one of these castles. Castle Garenbrig. I gotta do another Magic video. Because I've made so many updates to that dinosaur deck. There we go. Castle Garenbrig. What else we got here? Whoa. There we go. Some lands. We got a throw. Ah! Look at that. I had to do it. I had to do it. God damn. So that's a deck that I'm gonna build in the future, but I just bought the card for now. Hell yeah. Get a closer look at that. Look how beautiful that is. My equilibrium destabilized.
The Lane tipped $5.
Thank you.
I can finally donate. Hey,
Thank
Bobby
you so much.
Long, I've been a long time watcher, but I'm a first time donator. Have you seen the Hammond Collection Spino, and will you be at Anime
Spino.
Expo this year?
Anime Expo is a big maybe. Don't know how I'm gonna feel after MagicCon, because I think it's the week. No, it's the week. What is it? It's the week after next, after MagicCon. So yeah, it's a big maybe. Hammond Collection Spinosaurus. I saw it, and I'm gonna get it. Oh, there you go. And guess what? It can transform. A double-sided card, which is fine. There you go. Because this card shouldn't, for the majority of time, it wouldn't be in your hand. So it's all right if everybody at the table sees the backside here. There you go. It transforms. Isn't that lovely? So yeah, I'm excited for this. That'll be a whole lot more money spent though to build this deck, but I am no stranger to that. Then, oh, we got some for my dragon deck here. Let's go. Crux of Fate. Foil. It's a beautiful board wipe. Destroy all dragon creatures or destroy all non-dragon creatures. Why not? And then we got a dragon. Baby. One of the new ones from Dragonstorm. God damn, this is such a great card. I mean, it's so good that it could be its own commander, but I'm just gonna stick this right into my Dragon deck. Ureni of the Unwritten. Beautiful. Cardboard Crack. Lovely, lovely Cardboard Crack. And now, the purchase that I'm not super proud of, but my deck was just begging me for it. It required this particular card, and I had to do it. I had to do it with the, you know, I just got paid too, so it wasn't making things any easier to resist the temptation. But there you go. I had to do it. I had to do it. Don't look up how much this costs. It's embarrassing. But there you go. Cardboard Crack, fuck. Cardboard Crack, everybody. Is your face okay? That's fine. Yeah, you get fucked. Okay. I'm tired. Says, hey, Jobby, did you? Yep. Yes, I mentioned that earlier. The Studio Series 86 Megatron. I even pre-ordered it. So, yep. I saw it. I saw it and I bought it. For sure. Strider 4 says I might have to get some MTG Transformers cards. There's a lot of them and they look really cool. This is what the base is for, so that it doesn't fall down again. Those ankle joints aren't the strongest. Coming to realize that now. There you go.
Swivel here.
Thank you. Thirsty for Chicken, thank you so much for $1 through the stream element says, speaking of manga, thought you like a few JoJo spin-offs. I mentioned Purple Haze feedback before, but here there's also Dead Man's Questions about Kira in the Ghost World after part 4, and Crazy Diamond's Demonic Heartbreak about Whole Horse after part 3. Interesting stuff. Thank you so much for sharing. The Kira one sounds particularly interesting. Kira in the Ghost World. I knew they couldn't leave that character alone. He's so good. I mean, he's so bad, but it's interesting character. Couldn't let him die in peace. I mean, he died screaming as he deserved, but you know what I mean. They couldn't leave him alone. Farron says, any ideas for the review between Huge Rhino and Predaking? Unfortunately, it won't be a review, but it will most likely be a very special stream. Very special. You're not going to want to miss it. And that it's so special that I'll most likely end up doing it on the main channel. You don't want to miss it. Oh, God. On the topic of very special things happening, as previously mentioned in my previous Failbox stream, big shout out if you were there last Friday. This weekend, I am going to be recording a particular review that unfortunately won't come out within the month, but it will be recorded this month. So if anybody was paying attention, if anybody was there, what review am I recording and with who? Anybody want to guess? Juan Salazar says, thoughts on Perfect Grade Unleashed New Gundam. Looks cool. Probably not gonna get it though. There you go. There you go. Few people already got it. That's right. Zashi says, I can't remember that far back. I'm old. That was only last week, but relatable. Yeah. Age of Extinction review with Kellen Goff. Exactly. Kellen is gonna come to my house and he's gonna sit right there on that couch and we're gonna do the Age of Extinction review. And like I said, unfortunately, it won't come out this month, but it'll come out in July, early July, just because of all the stuff that's going on this month. It's a busy one, but man, I'm excited. Excited to have him over, excited to hang out. And after we record, we're going to hang out. You know, we're going to hang out, do karaoke. It's going to be a fun time. It's not just Kellen, it's Kian Carlisle as well. He's coming over. We're gonna be here on the casting couch and we're going to record that freaking review. And then there's another guy coming in that I've never met, but I'm sure he's cool because he introduced Kellen to my channel. So automatically, he is a friend. Well, there you go. There you go. Big news. Big news coming in through the pipeline here. Age of Extinction review is happening, and it is happening in person. All right. Thirsty for Chicken with $1 through the stream element says, I have watched or read Monsters 103 Mercy's Dragon Damnation. It's a One Piece tie-in written by Oda that predates One Piece, though the OVA is newer. Haven't heard about it. Might have to look into that. All right. Yamahamas exactly. 4 men, 1 movie. That is exactly right. It's a Zeus says that's going to be surreal experience when that comes out. You talking about the Age of Extinction video or something else? Kang Toys? Thunder King? By any chance? Because I feel it's surreal that we're almost done with it. I filmed it all already, so I just got to edit it. And it is surreal that we're finally going to be done with a series of combiners, which for some reason or another, will be the first ever combiner figure on my channel. Crazy. J-Regzilla says, will you and Kellen wear the green tracksuits while watching? Yes, I told him to bring his tracksuit. We are going to wear it. We are going to wear the tracksuits while watching the movie. And I'm looking forward. I'm both looking forward and dreading the movie because I've heard a lot of bad things about it, but I've also never seen it. So unlike the first three, I've never seen Age of Extinction. The LN says, what kaiju do you think deserves or should have a figure, whether it be SH, Haya, or any other? I would love to see Haya Toys tackle more Toho stuff. Haya Toys -1 Godzilla, Haya Toys Shin Godzilla. I would love to see that. Oh my god. It's so bad. You'll have a fun one. Oh my god. Oh my god. And don't worry, there will be drinks, courtesy of our very own Frigimus Prime in the back there. Frigimus Prime got our backs. Haya Toys does make a lot of good figures, and they should release more. Been a minute. Well, actually, it hasn't been that long. They just released the Shimo figure, which I should take a look at that at some point. I'm tired says, hey, Jabba the Hutt, I got my hands on Titan's Return Triptychon, and it has some pieces missing, and I'm thinking on using 3D printing to replace. Is that a good idea? I don't know. I've never used the 3D printer before. But why not? Go for it. Try it out. Also, on the topic of Jabba the Hutt, that is why my name is Jabby the Hong. If you want a little fun fact about me, I mentioned this in a very old stream, but I was a big Star Wars fan.
OMRV super chatted $5.
Thank you very much.
Jabby,
Hold that thought.
What are your thoughts on Studio 86 Megs?
Looks great. I'm getting it. And reviewing it for sure. Take a drink every time I get asked about Studio Series Megatron. Yeah. I was a big Star Wars fan when I came up with the name Jabby the Hong. So the reason why I'm called Jabby the Hong is because of Jabba the Hutt. If you wanted to know. Yep.
Swivel here.
Oh, thank you. Granular Status 44 says, Jabby, the only good parts of Age of Extinction is the Dinobots, and that's it. Don't they show up for like 5 seconds? It's Zeus with the dollar through the stream element says, quick question. Are Miruko's rabbit legs like boots, or are they her actual legs? I'm pretty sure they're just boots. Unfortunately, there is no shot of her bare legs and feet in the anime anywhere. But I have to assume that those are just boots. It would be fine if they weren't, but I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure those are just boots. Oh, Kenneth Traver, exactly. Lockdown was a good villain in Age of Extinction, in my opinion. Well, look at that. I will have context for the Peru kill video if I ever do it. I'll have the lore context. For sure, though, there's an Age of Extinction figure that I wanted to take a look at for a long time. Just had it in storage. It was the G Creation Wrath, which is a third-party Age of Extinction Grimlock. So we'll most likely take a look at that after I watch Age of Extinction. I'm down. Guerrero Power says, you've seen Andor Season 2. I have not. I gotta check it out at some point. Pumped up for Zootopia 2. I'm looking forward to it. Nightmare Zorro arc. Vladislav says, by the lore, Peru kill review only in 2050. Yep. Exactly. You pay attention. I appreciate you. James Yang says, hey, Jobby, are you going to collab with another reviewer again? If you count Kean Carlisle, he will come to my house and we will review Age of Extinction together. He's not a toy reviewer, but he reviews Disney Channel stuff. Kaiju Mainland is asking what the next video is about. Kang Toys Predacon. The last Kang Toys Predacon review before we get into Thunder King proper. Because like I said before, and like you all agreed to, the Thunder King review will be a separate video. So yes, the next review that I will be doing this week, by the way, this Saturday, is the final Predacon. And then after that will be Thunder King. Look forward to it. It's Zeus says you better watch the end of Age of Extinction. They made a wild canon connection between Transformers and another toy line. Is it G.I. Joe? They did the same shit in Rise of the Beasts. I'm tired says I'ma just call you Jabba the Hutt. Yeah, go for it, dude. Oh, he retracted the message.
Swivel here.
Just a random fact, AoE has a Godzilla in it. Can you guess who they are and who they played in AoE? I'm assuming you mean Godzilla actor. No, I can't think. I can't think of anything. Whoever played Captain Gordon. That would be so sick if he was in it. Hayden CNG with $1 through the stream element says, hey Javi, I got myself a job, and with my first paycheck, me and my dad will most likely head down to the mall and a few stores. Probably the GameStop where I found my comic edition Shockwave. How the F did I even find it at retail? But that'll be fun for us too. Congratulations, man. Have fun. That reminds me of the day I got my Nintendo Wii back in 2007. I think it was 2007. I think that, it was release day of the Wii. And me and my family, we drove all around town. We hit up every GameStop, every Target, every Walmart to find a Wii in stock, and there was no luck until we checked our local GameStop, which is where we should have checked first. But they had it there in stock, and we bought it. And then I had a lot of fun with Wii Sports, and it was a great time. It was a great time. And I still have it to this day. I still have that very same Wii. Pretty much like hunting down Skylanders, indeed. Alright. How we doing, chat? I'm tired says, I also finished my first Snap model kit, the YF19 Macross. Fox117 told me to get YF21, and I'm now a TF collector and Macross model kits. My wallet hates me. My wallet hates me as well. You already know. I mean, this piece of cardboard plus this figure. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous the amount of money I'm spending. Thirsty for chicken? With $1 through the stream element says the Oda manga I mentioned was supposed to be a question, but it ties directly into a Zoro story arc while being its own thing. It's incredibly honest. It's incredible, honestly, and it's on Netflix. Okay, cool, dude. I'll check it out, man. Yeah, probably check it out after the stream if I'm not watching JoJo, or if I'm not watching fucking Godzilla. I probably should do that, huh? There's a lot of shit that I gotta watch. Robux buyer in the chat is asking, do you fuck with matcha? Hell yeah, boy. I do. I like matcha, for sure. Matcha milk tea with boba goes hard. Michael and Warrior Friend says, what? Jobby should eat Sturgimus because he hates him? Okay, I will eat him. If by eating him, you mean ban him, I could do that. I'm not gonna do it. I'll be nice. Should I? take it to the... Okay, so I don't usually ban people, but if they're causing the rest of the chat annoyance, then I will. But for me, for my money, you can say whatever the fuck you want, I don't care. But if the rest of the chat is bothered by a particular person, then I will ban them. But I'm not just gonna ban someone because they're saying something I don't like, so I'm just saying. Anyway. Thirsty for Chicken says, on a side note, I saw you get a kick out of the Master Grade being on his arm. You'll be pleased to know, on the MG being on his arm. You'll be pleased to know that in the 1975 film, he has an MG too. That's pretty fun. I like that. Mike One Warrior Friend says, Jobby, you should get the Hammond Collection Spinosaurus. I will. People have already mentioned that. What is your favorite Godzilla monster, except for the Godzillas? King Ghidorah. Yeah. King Ghidorah, can't go wrong with a cool three-headed dragon that saves me from Area 51. King Ghidorah, for sure. Robux Buyer says, does this figure come with posable fingers? Nope. Matter of fact, this, as you see it, is the extent of this figure's articulation. He's not the most posable guy, for sure. Zashi says, I've always been partial to Gigan. Gigan's cool, dude. I can't argue with that. Cannot argue with that. It's a Zeus says, you getting the Switch 2, or are you gonna wait for DK to get one? Oh, so DK is not releasing alongside the Switch 2? Even more reason to hold off. Yes, I will wait for DK. I will wait for DK, because what's the game that's coming out with it? Mario Kart? I don't need Mario Kart. So, yeah, I'm gonna wait. I am gonna wait. The Switch 2 is a mess? So I've heard. Robux Buyer says, Deltarune, never played it. I never even played Undertale. TBH. It's a Zeus says, I'm getting the bundle. I didn't get 8 Deluxe. That's the game. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, huh? Yeah, Yamaha's $80 games and MP44 price console. Ain't that the truth? Goddamn. Granular Status 44 says, I think the Switch 2 is a scam. Boy. Well, I mean, $80 game. I heard $90 game at some point, and that freaked me the fuck out. But no, apparently it's $80, no, $70 to $80. I think Donkey Kong's gonna be like $70, right? Yeah, I'm down for that. Kaiju Mainland says, Jobby, should I get Switch 2 or MP44? Switch 2. Switch 2 is a better investment for sure, because MP44, I mean, you get, what? You get one figure with a large backpack and that's it. Quinton Rom says, is this going to be a short live stream? Yeah, I think so. I'm almost done with my drink. I've got work to do, so I think it works out. Yeah, I think it works out as a shorter stream. I'll let you know, though. You know what? Even though I'm almost done with my drink, I think I could go on for like 15 more minutes. What do you guys think? It is a weekday after all, so I'm not trying to blah 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 stay for too long. Okay. Yeah, let's do 15 minutes, huh? Let me set a timer. Yeah. I'm down. 15 minutes. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Boom. Alright, beautiful. 15 minutes starting now. Basically done with my drink. Alright. Alright. Iron Dude says, hey Jobby, what will you be playing with on Friday? I'm thinking the Kang Toys the next Dinobot. Kang Toys Breakhorn, there you go. This is a third-party slag of the Triceratops. And of course I will plug the Saturday video on that stream. I think it's appropriate because Kang Toys stream, promoting a Kang Toys video, come on. Yeah. Kang Toy, the next Kang Toys Dinobot. We'll play with that on Friday. That is, if I don't get a, if I don't take a break to play Magic with the boys. I mean, they want to, but I mean, it's been a while since I've done consistent Friday streams, so it's like, what do I do? Oh, fuck it. We will do a Friday stream, regardless. I gotta treat my work more seriously, chat. I gotta treat my job more seriously. Friday stream. Come on, dude. Vladislav says, will there be streams next week? Yes, there will. I gotta figure out what I'm doing, but there will be streams. Granular Status 44 says, did you finish Okami? I didn't finish my playthrough of it on this channel, but I did play through it when I was younger. Do you still have the SH Figuarts Devilman, or has it been sent to the shelf dimension? I still have it. I didn't even sell it. It's just in storage. So I do have it. Alright. Alright. 50 more minutes, chat. That's quite a bit of time for you to ask me anything if you like. Go for it. Michael Guida says, hey, Jobby, serious question. How do you put up with the trolls that invade chat constantly? What was the, what's that quote? Was it Tyler? Was it Tyler, the creator, who said it? It was like, cyberbullying isn't real. Just close your eyes. Something like that. Yeah, it's not real. That's really all there is to it. And like I said, if there is somebody in the chat bothering you, let me know. But for me personally, I don't give a shit. You can say whatever the hell you want. But if it's bothering anybody else, let me know. I'm looking out for the well-being of the majority of the chat. So if there's any, you know, I'm just, yeah. Hayden's Collections and Gaming says, I have some figures in my own storage dimension, aka a box in my closet. Ain't that the truth? There, exactly, Rin. How are you being cyberbullied? Just turn off the screen. Exactly. That's, yeah, something like that. It's true. It's true. You know, at some point you gotta realize that the internet isn't your living room. People are allowed to say whatever the hell they want, and if you don't like it, you can just not use it. It's the reason why, one of the reasons why I stopped using Twitter so much. It's just like, I wasn't getting cyberbullied, but it was just a bunch of bullshit that I was scrolling through my feed, and it's like, this is not good for me. Just turn it off. Just turn it off. Cold turkey. The internet's not real life. Real life is real life, and people gotta remember that, man. Uncle Show says, good day, fellows. Just doing a bit of scripting before I do a lot of VA for a 60-page script. Oh, good luck, man. Sounds fun. VA is always fun. J-Rexzilla says, so I could say the end. I'm kidding. Yeah. You better be kidding. So... you better be kidding, because YouTube would not tolerate that. What the hell? Okay. I was just checking if I missed any articulation. Nah. No, I did not. Quentin Ram says, I've seen too many horror movies to be offended by random words. Indeed. Uncle Show says, I'm just debating which script I want to write because I want to do an animated figure, but they're all so damn good. It's not a bad problem to have. Kenneth Travers says social media is a hell of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it can bring people together and have a good time, but on the other, it's a cesspool of toxic behavior. I guess it depends too on like where you go. I make the mistake constantly of looking at the For You tab, which is not the best place. Godzilla 1954 says, you tired, Chubby? A little bit. Oh, I didn't know I had it on. A little bit tired, but you know, as tired as anybody is during a normal work week. So, you know, not the worst. Kaiju Mainland says, while Mechagodzilla does not have good articulation, you can see me try to push it, and this is about as far as I can get. And people have already called it the surfing pose. It's about as good as you're gonna get it. But I guess that's movie accurate. Godzilla 1954 says, hopefully you have a great birthday weekend. I appreciate that. I hope I have a great birthday weekend too. I should. Like I said, we're going to Vegas for MagicCon. And hope to see some of you guys there. I know that there are more than a few of you that like Magic, since my Magic the Gathering video from a year ago didn't do bad. So there are quite a few of you that watch Magic the Gathering, so I might see some fans there. That'd be fun. But yeah, and then we're obviously we're gonna do Vegas stuff, maybe walk the strip, but definitely we are going to be eating at a buffet. I'm fat. I'm very, very excited for the buffet. The Wynn buffet, Epic Wynn, WYNN by the way, the Wynn. And oh my god, we had it when we went to Sick New World last year. That's that metal festival that they did, and that was a great time. But that was also in Vegas, and we did the buffet there, and it was so good. It was like $80 per person, which is ridiculous, but not so when you consider that you can just get your money's worth by eating 2 plates of lobster. A lot of seafood there at the buffet, and I'm super looking forward to that. Maybe even a little more than MagicCon, to be honest. But I'm also looking forward to MagicCon. I've never been. This is gonna be my first Magic the Gathering convention. King Little Caesar says, dude, I adore lobster. Lobster's so good. Lobster and crab crustaceans are delicious. James Yang says, how do you feel about the posability of your recent toys? Well, a lot of the recent stuff has been the Kang toy stuff, and those have been really well articulated, so no complaints there. Seafood makes me ill. Fair enough, it's not for everybody. I know someone who is actually allergic to shrimp. Poor dude. I'm Bored says, hey Jobby, did you hear about Marvel Tokon Fighting Soul, new Marvel fighting game? I'm assuming that's what someone else mentioned earlier about the 4-player tag fighter, something like that. 4-character tag fighter. Michael Guida says, I could eat salmon sushi every day. Based. I love sashimi. And I love salmon. That's my favorite one. Second favorite's got to be the tuna. The fatty tuna in particular. Otoro. Pretty sure that's the Japanese word for it. Ah, fuck. It's so good. God damn. Raw fish is delicious. For sure. Codfish is also really good. Oh yeah, I've had cod. I've had cod. That's like the fish of choice for like fish and chips, fried fish in particular. Cod is good. It's a Zeus says it's not 4 players. Yeah,
Swivel here.
it's a 4 character. That's why I had to correct myself earlier. I said 4 character, not 4 player. King Little Caesar says I had a crab burger at Virginia and it was weird yet interestingly good. Crab burger, I could see that. I could see that working. I had crab nachos before in Seattle, and it was delicious. Very expensive, but delicious. Anonymous with $1 through the stream elements. Thank you so much. Says, hey Jobby, just got here, so I'm sure it was brought up, but thoughts on SS86 Megatron? I don't have any more drink, but I would have taken a drink. Yes, people have mentioned it already plenty of times. I saw it, I like it, and I'm buying it and reviewing it. Yep. 100%. No question about it. It's going to be a better companion to SS86 Optimus. They're part of the same toy line, and they are in scale with each other. So yeah, that's no question at all. It's obviously it's going to be a good companion for SS86 Optimus. We got J-Regzilla with $1 through the stream element says, who winning, you or Kellen in an arm wrestling match? Probably Kellen. Most likely Kellen. I don't lift as much as I like. And Kellen's like significantly taller than me, so just by sheer brute strength, I think he'd win. King Little Caesar says, and Sugar Shack makes delicious donuts. I adore their chocolate, blueberry, and red velvet cake donuts. That sounds delicious. You like jelly-filled donuts by any chance? I see a lot of hate for jelly-filled donuts, and I don't get it. Jelly-filled donuts are delicious. Jam-filled donuts are delightful. The Uncle Show with $3 through the stream element says, are you gonna fight Kellen in Creator Clash 3? I think there are openings. I thought Creator Clash was dead. Also, no, I would never lay hands on Kellen.
Swivel here.
Not in that way, at least. I'm bored with $1 through the stream element says, oh yeah, Jobby, Kellen Goff is coming to Sacramento Anime Convention this summer. Ooh, hell yeah. I'm gonna get my Revenge of the Fallen and get him to sign it. I'll also let him know you said hi. Thank you. But yeah. Or I'll let him know that you said hi since he's coming to my house on Saturday. Majin Buu with $1 through the stream element says, yo, Jobby just got here. Nice Mechagodzilla. How's your day been? It's been fine. Just a normal work day. I woke up particularly early today and got work started really early, so I'm on track, man. I'm like more than on schedule to releasing this new review on Saturday. And if you guys don't know by now, it is going to be the final Kang Toys Predacon review coming out this Saturday. Kang Toys Huge Rhino. That's the review coming out this Saturday. Actually, I got the figure right here so I can just show you. Thanks for donating, by the way. I'm gonna read them all right now. It's in leg mode, and it'll be in leg mode forever. But yeah, I already filmed it. I'm editing it now, and I'm on track to finishing it up for this Saturday, so look forward to that. Final Kang Toys Predacon review. before we do Thunder King. Thunder King will be a separate video if you didn't get the memo. Alright. King X Kaiser 1990 with $1 through the stream elements.
But Daddy, I thought you're no longer collecting Soul of Chogokin figures after the...
What the fuck? Hold that thought. I know the timer went off. We can go on for a little longer.
I thought you're no longer collecting Soul of Chogokin figures after the fiasco Tryon 3 and Choryujin. Are you still a Bandai slave?
I already made that joke during the waiting screen of the stream, but to reiterate, in that same video, the Gundam Tryon 3, I said, after 2 more figures, I will be done. So it's this one and the Mickey Mouse. And that's it. Although I will say, after playing with this figure today, it's not convincing me to change my mind about the matter. Yeah, I could totally part with the line, just based on my experience with this guy. It's a good figure, don't get me wrong. It's just not what I'm looking for. Uncle Show with $3 through the stream element says, "Did Devil Savior Remastered Edition finally arrive for you?" It did. I thought you were there. I could have sworn, Uncle Show, that you were there when we opened it up for that Failbox stream. Maybe I'm tripping, but that was I thought that was the stream that you offered to email me with your notes. And I thought you offered to email me because you saw me opening up the box. Anyway, I did. It did arrive to me already. And I opened it up on a Failbox stream. I forget which one it was, but it must have been 2 months ago. But yeah, it arrived. It arrived. Anonymous with $1 through the stream element says, "Hey Jobby, did you see the Robot Toys B-Drill Wasbinator?"
Wasbinator looks like just the 3D model.
Available at the moment, but seems promising. It looks really cool. Someone showed it to me in the previous Failbox stream, which was last Friday. They're also doing a Tarantulas. It looks really good. J-Rexzilla says, "Is it a good Mechagodzilla or Mechagodzilla?" I'm just asking for the pun. I don't think I would go so far as to call this meh. But it's good. It's good. Also, I've decided that a few more minutes. It's always the hangout portion that I get into a groove and I like talking with you guys. So the timer already went off, but I'll give you a few more. Actually, let me calculate how much time I'm gonna give you here. Let's see. Yeah. Let's do 17 more minutes because it's 8:13 for me. Let's take it to 8:30. 17 more minutes, and I'm telling you, after that, we're done. There we go. Moose Man says, "Will you have a booth?" If you're talking about MagicCon, I will not. I'm just going there as a guest. My badge arrived recently, so I'm excited for that. Let's see, I'm bored with $1 through the stream element says, "Neon Genesis Jobangelion, end of Soul of Chogokin. He will not review them." Yeah. Unless they do something that's super interesting to me, I will not do it. I will not do it. Or actually, hold on, let me amend that before someone butt jobbies me in the future. Let me answer this particular butt jobby in advance. After the Soul of Chogokin Mickey Mouse, I'm done buying new Soul of Chogokin figures. Unless there's something super interesting that I gotta pick up. However, that doesn't necessarily mean the end of Soul of Chogokin reviews or Soul of Chogokin content, because I do have a few Soul of Chogokin figures in storage that I've never streamed or reviewed before. So I'm just letting you know right now. I'm sure I'm gonna get butt jobbied in the future, even though I've said it right now. I'm just saying. There's a difference. There is a difference. For example, The Soul of Chogokin Gao Faigar. I have that. Haven't streamed it. Haven't reviewed it. The Soul of Chogokin Godimarg. I also have that as well. Haven't reviewed it or streamed it. There's a lot. Or actually, that's it. Those are the only Soul of Chogokin figures I have in storage. Oh, and the Soul of Chogokin Gurlagan. I streamed that, but I haven't reviewed it yet. Yeah, there's a few. Ray Plukate says, hey Jobby, have you ever posed a Godzilla figure with that one pose of Godzilla getting ready to kick while getting closer using its tail? I must have in a very old Godzilla video. I know which one you're talking about. Uncle Show with $3 through the stream element says, good luck with Devil Savior Jobby. It's a ride, but the final result is worth it. I'm gonna take your word for it, but I already know it's a ride. 2 figures in, and it made me quit for a few years. Damn it's RJ says, you still have Godimarg, but you sold your Soul of Chogokin Gao Gaigar at TFCon, didn't you? It was a duplicate figure. I have another copy in storage. Exactly, Fox 117. Hikari ni nare! Hikari ni nare! That just means become light. That's what he says when he bonks. What are they called? I forget what the enemies are called, but he bonks, you know, a bad guy with the hammer. He tells him to become light. Nightmare Zoro Arc says, Jobby, did you watch the new Gundam series? All the Gundams look like Avas, and they have straight up Ava 1, and its name is Fred. G Fred. I don't know about that part, but yes, I know about the new Gundam show. I haven't seen it, though. I have not seen it. I still gotta watch it. Godzilla 1954 says, Jobby, you going to review the Hayatoys 1991 Godzilla? When I get it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, Gao Gaigar is cool, dude. Fox 117. Gao Gaigar is sick. I quite like it. I even watched it all, if you can believe it. King Little Caesar says, is it weird that I prefer MP52 over Crimson Wing Starscream? Not at all. Not at all weird. Both modes are good. The transformation isn't as fucky. Yeah, can't blame you. I prefer the robot mode of Crimson Wings, but the jet mode and transformation of MP52. Quentin Rom says, last question, Jobby. Have a great night. Appreciate you, man. It's not a question, but I appreciate it. You have a good night as well. Nightmare Zor Arc says, it does look like it a lot. It's pretty good. Apparently, it's an AU of UC. So I've heard. Lawyer Up says, Jobby, what are your speculations of the GXK Supernova? And who's Kaiju gonna appear? How about Godzilla minus 1.02?
Swivel here.
Or Godzilla minus 1.2. Looking forward to that. And GXK Supernova, I mean, it's gotta be either Space Godzilla or Gigan. Or, worst case scenario, an original Titan. But, come on. I hope that they do an existing Toho Kaiju. That'd be sick. So, yeah. My hopes is either Space Godzilla or Gigan. Cyborg Requiem with a 169 through the stream element says, G-Quax is peak, and it makes me want to buy 3 red Gundams. Nice, dude. I'll take your word for it. King Little Caesar says, Crimson Wings robot mode is still pretty good, and the design is awesome, but I wish it came with more accessories. Fair enough. I can't agree with that.
Swivel here.
Busy Orc says, Kang Sludge has been delayed for a month. God damn. Majin Buu with the $1 through the stream element says, hey Jobby, have you ever thought of watching the OG Godzilla movies in a stream? I would watch. I never thought about that. Wonder if anyone would be interested in that. But again, it would be one of those... I mentioned this I answered a question similar to this a while ago, but someone asked me, would you ever do watch-along streams? And I said yes, but it would have to be one of those things where you play the movie when I play it, wouldn't show it on screen for obvious reasons. Goji Fan 2004 says Hedera would be awesome too. Hedera would be cool, but just based on the branding and the trailer, I doubt they would do Hedera. It's gotta be more sci-fi, more aliens. So either Space Godzilla or Gigan. Or both. That would be fun. Thirsty for Chicken says, you missed it, but it was so weird. I left to eat sushi, and when I got back, you were talking about sushi. Oh. I remember when I was talking about sushi a few minutes ago. Grandler Status 44 says, hey Jobby, have you ever been to Australia? Thanks for subscribing. Have you ever been to Australia? I have not. What's good in the down under? Wow. Sadboy Requiem says, I want Des Ghidorah or Kaiser Ghidorah. They can even reuse assets. Bruh. I would love a Kaiser Ghidorah figure. They gotta do that at some point. If I wasn't done with SH Monster Arts Godzilla figures, god damn it, I would beg Bandai for a Kaiser Ghidorah figure. That would be so sick.
Swivel here.
Thank you, J-Regzilla with $1 through the stream element says, you prefer saying Godzilla or Gojira? Also imagine if it's Monster X / Kaiser Ghidorah for Supernova. That'd be sick. That'd be so sick. I prefer Godzilla, by the way. I be respect for Gojira. I go back and forth. Should I even name my cat Goji? So, I go back and forth, but most of the time I say Godzilla because I'm American. Also, the Goji update. He has a tendency to do this whenever I walk up to him and he's lying on the floor. He will literally reach out his hand and pet my foot. So, that's what Goji do. Quentin Ram says, Son of Godzilla figure doesn't even exist. Yes, it does. Minya? They've definitely made Minya figures. Granular Status 44 says, we'll see you, Jobby. I'm going to have lunch now. Have a great lunch. Godzilla 1954 says, Jobby, hope you have amazing dreams tonight. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm bored says, I still love SH Monster Arts Jet Jaguar because his plastic feels like the old classic vinyl Goji figures. That's pretty cool. I had, or my cousin had a few of those old vinyl Godzilla figures, and those were actually my introduction to some of these designs. He had a Heisei Fire Rodan and a Heisei Mechagodzilla. The old vinyl figures. Goji Fan 2004 says also it's odd they didn't make Mothra either since she's part of that battle. Wait, what? Who didn't make Mothra? Godzilla 1954 says, what's your favorite Godzilla design? Oh, man. I got this question a few times, but my answer is in the process of changing. I think after watching the Heisei movies, I gotta say the Heisei. I think Heisei Godzilla might be my favorite now. But I still like Shin Godzilla just for its uniqueness. But Heisei Godzilla, when I think Godzilla, I think the Heisei era. I only watched the Heisei movies fairly recently, maybe like a year ago. But man, I grew up around that design. It was on every piece of merchandise related to Godzilla when I was growing up. So, yeah, probably Heisei Godzilla. Yeah, I would say Shin for the uniqueness, but Heisei for like the definitive Godzilla design, as Heisei. Magnus Label says, good night, job. You gotta bring Breakhorn for a walk and lunch and possibly some photos for next Jobby film. I was all looking forward to it. Magnus Label. Good to see you and good to see your pictures as always. Oh, Goji Fan 2004 says, I was talking about SH Monster Arts. Didn't make Mothra 2004. You're talking, so what, Final Wars Mothra? She was in Final Wars, right? Yeah, she had to be. Forget. Mold. Yamahama says, what are your thoughts on Machu, the red hair girl from G-Quax, if you have seen it? I haven't seen the show, but I know the character Machu. You know, cute design. Looks like a Pokemon character. All the human characters look like Pokemon characters because it's the character designer of the new Pokemon games, right? So yeah, appealing character design. Yeah, of course she was in Final Wars. For some reason, I considered the possibility of Mothra not being in Final Wars, and that doesn't make any sense. The Blast Zone says, are you going to see the 4K re-release of Shin Godzilla? Probably not, but it's so cool that that movie's still getting attention. Uncle Show with $3 through the stream element says, last Devil Savior question and last dono for the night. If you do a Just Playing stream / reviews continuing of DS, are you going to do Split or Smash again or just continue onward? If so, who would you start with? Well, Uncle Show, I just have to say, stay tuned, and you'll find your answer very soon. Sooner than you think. Not this week, but just letting you know now. Spoilers. Potential spoilers. Alright. Farron says, favorite amphibious mobile suit design? Anksha? The Anksha's amphibious, right? I'm pretty sure. Oh, the High God. Oh. I'll steal your answer. I like the High God. Yeah, High God is sick. How about the Zagok? I think I like the High God better. I think I like the High God better. Alright, chap. 2 more minutes. Farron says, all I got was War in the Pocket and it stole the show from me. That was the fucking... That was the intro of War in the Pocket. That was such a cool mobile suit, for sure. Godzilla 1954 says, ah yes, Jobster, my dear friend, you have a nice shirt. Thank you! I love the shirt. Big shout out to our very own Caesar. He gave me the shirt. Anonymous with the $1 through the stream element says, Jobby thoughts on Transformers Wild Kingdom. Seems like it's for little Japanese kids, but the interchangeable combiner aspects appeals to the Power Rangers / Sentai fan in me. A shame they'll probably never come to the West. I was wondering what those weird Transformers figures were. I think there was like Megatron combining with a dinosaur or something. Yeah, it looks really fun. The Super Robot fan in me. It appeals to that part, but yeah, it's cool. It's cool. Oh, okay. I'm bored with the $1 says Anksha's not amphibious, but actually atmospheric, and yes, Anksha is based. I'ma get his high grade too. Make sure to watch my review of the high grade Anksha that I did a billion years ago. Christopher103 says, we getting a review this week? What's on this week's next stream? Alright, well, first of all, in case you missed it, chat, this week's review, the final Kang Toys Predacon. That's coming out this Saturday. Look forward to it. And the next stream should be on Friday. Will be the Kang Toys Breakhorn, the third Kang Toys Dinobot, and that's time. I'm calling it. The stream has been going on for long enough. It's a shorter stream than usual, but it is still over an hour, 2 hours, over 2 hours. So I think it's a good time to call it. So appreciate you watching me handle this guy and being, I don't know, somewhat disappointed. Not disappointed, just it's a different thing than what I'm not the target audience. That's what I have to say about this thing. It's a cool figure for sure, but I'm not the target audience. I prefer articulation and a lower price tag. But it is cool. I cannot deny that it is. The gimmicks are really fun. How could you not love it? You get the. So yeah, all that shit, really fun stuff. So I appreciate you for watching me play with that guy, and also I appreciate everybody for liking the stream, leaving a comment, subscribing to the channel so you don't miss anything. And like I said, Friday is like 99.9% probability that we will be streaming. Unless everyone decides to hang out on Friday, and then I'll have to cancel it. But I doubt it. I think there will still be a few people busy on Friday, so I think we will be streaming on Friday. And you know what? Don't forget to subscribe to my main channel as well, because again, new review coming out. Thunder King will be finished this month. But to reiterate, this guy and the fully combined mode will be two separate videos. So this guy here will come out June 7th, this Saturday, and then the Thunder King review will come out June 21st with a very special stream in between those weeks. So look forward to that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited. It's gonna feel nice when we're done. You know, it's crazy, surreal. So. And of course, I gotta give a big shout out to everybody who donated. As always, appreciate your support. You know, not only do you bring up interesting topics for conversation, you're supporting the channel. So I really do appreciate you. And speaking of, we got Sad Boy Requiem with $1.69 here through the stream element saying, get that good rest. I can feel what you're gonna cook with these next reviews, and I'm excited to bring them to you. And get hype. I'm telling you, June is the month of happening. Not only are we finishing up Kang Toys, Predaking, I'm recording the Age of Extinction movie review with Kalen Goff in the flesh. He's going to come to my house on Saturday. We're going to record that shit, and that review should be released in July. I know we're filming it this month, but I'm releasing it in July. And then, I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be in this next episode of a particular animated web series, so I'm excited about that as well. Recorded my lines a long ass time ago, and perhaps I will be in this next episode. I've been waiting. So we'll see what happens. So thank you for your continued support. I'll see you next time, and this looks like a fucking cock.